Hello again. We're almost done here. This is the last lesson for the day. It's about Hamming code. Not Hamming cod, Hamming code. So what this one's about is a way for a computer to code some numbers and put in an error correction sequence to determine if there's an error, and if so, how to correct it. What we're going to work with is what we call parity. And in particular, even parity, as opposed to odd parity. You'll read about odd parity in there. But even parity means that we need to have an even number of ones. Remember, digital codes are in 1 zeros and 0 ones, binary coding. And so we're always going to be looking for an even number of ones, or an even total, if you will. So the first thing we need to recognize is we want to code these 4 numbers with Hamming code. So we're going to start with a place called P1, or the parity 1 position. Then P2. Then we can place our first digit, 0. P4, notice 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can place our next digits, 1, 1, 0, 5, 6, 7. The reason we can do that is because the next one after 1, 2, 4 would be 8, 16, 32, 64, and so on. Notice those are all powers of 2. 2 to the 0 power, 2 to the first power, 2 to the second power, 2 to the third power would be 8, 2 to the fourth power would be 16, and so on. Now, what these numbers are based on the parity values. So, I hope the wider print here is helping you out. P1 uses a digit, off a digit, on a digit, off a digit, on a digit, off. So this one, off. This one, off. This one, off. This one. So we look at each of these, not the P1 because we don't have a value yet, and we determine we have a 0, 1, 0. We only have 1, 1, an odd number of ones, or a total that's an odd number. We need another 1. So this position here becomes a 1. Now we have an even number of ones in the P1 positions. P2 is on 2, off 2, on 2, off 2. So we go to these 2, off 2, these 2. Again, a 0, 1, and a 0. We only have 1, 1, so we need another 1 to be an even number of ones. We can go ahead and write our 0 here. P4, you guessed it, on 4, off 4, on 4, off 4. So it's going to be all 4 of those positions. 1, 2, we have an even number of ones. We don't need another 1. So we write this as a 0. Go ahead and bring these other numbers down. And there's our Hamming code, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. And this is a correct Hamming code. Now, if we had a longer string of numbers, we would then put in P8, which you guess it, on 8, off 8, on 8, off 8. Later on in your packet, you'll get one that's 32 digits long to work with. It means you'll have a P1, P2, P4, P8, P16, and P32. You'll notice P32 is all the way at the end. There's no other numbers. So what would make it an even amount if there are no ones already? You got it, a 0. Now, let's check on how we can determine if there's an error. So let's take this number. Let's say we've been given the Hamming code 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. Now, P1, P2, 3, P4, 5, 6, 7. We do not need P8. Now, P1, on 1, off 1, on 1, off 1, on 1, off 1, on 1. So it's here, 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 and here. Notice we have 1, 2 ones. We do not need another one, so this should be 0. Very good. P2. These 2, off 2. These 2. 1, 2, 3. We need another 1. That's why it's a 1. Now we have an even number of 1s. We have 4 of them. P4, all 4 of these. 0, 1, 1, we have 2 1s. Uh-oh, that's too many. That's an error. It should not be a 1. It should be a 0. So there's our error we have determined. So our answer should have been 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Like that. Okay. I hope that helps. There's some more stuff in here to talk about. You should read this. It does give you all the work and answers in here. And I hope you're having a good Wednesday, a short day. I hope this has filled up your time. And I will answer questions on Friday. Notebooks are due on Friday, and it says that up on the board, as you'll see when you come into class. It doesn't say it in the video because I haven't written it yet, but it will. So I will see you later. Have a good one. We'll answer that, and then we'll do the test next week. I apologize we didn't get to it this week. I know how much that bums you out. So we'll talk to you later. Say bye, Fozzie. Bye, Fozzie.